Remember how I told you this word discern was just like disciple? Well, I told you now. This is so cool. So we got the revelation. Remember this trio I talked about? This parallels joy perfectly. The word disciple is just like the word discern. Okay? Where you have the joy package, DIS, at the front, followed by this cluster, which makes a multiple of 5, containing an E, which is 5. What's the message? It's the joy of God in disciples, learners, students. It's the joy of God in his children. The word disciple means a learner. The joy of God in his children who are learners. Okay? And they go, as you learn, you go in discernement. Okay? But this dis is flawless for joy, because remember, they differ by 6. This differs by 6. This differs by 6. This differs by 6. Perfectly. So there's your joy on the front of a disciple. And then I was amazed at the 5s. Look at the 5s. This is the famous pi, 25. This adds another 15, and then this is 5. So disciple screams out joy at the front. Then you get your 5 fest coming at you, composed of no less the teams 5, 15, and 25, going up in perfect spacing, okay, to of course add nicely to 45 on the end of the word disciple. You see that? You see how every disciple is for God's joy. It's all about God's joy. Okay? We solved the word discern earlier. This 5 fest here adds to 40. It is 5 points less than disciple. Okay? Stunning. Man, this is hot verbiage. This is amazing revelation. First time ever seen by man and understood the joy of God in all of these letters. Now, what does this add to? And let's play around with other words like an S back here. This DIS adds to 23, 32. Oh man. Make this discipling. This is amazing. If you make this the verb, I'm in a shared house. If you make this discipling, then the 5s is at dead center. Wow, discipling. This is pure 5s. The joy of discipling. So this is 25 plus 15. That's 40. Remember, this is like the joy of fathering. That put the 5 at the dead center. The joy of fathering, okay? They put the 5 at the dead, that's the joy of discipling. There's 25, 5 times 5, flanked in 15. This is the beautiful. Remember, this was screaming out joy. This is pure 5s. This is pure 5s. This is pure 5s. Amazing. Amazing. Just amazing. I'm in a shared house, and so it's 14 plus 14. Okay. That's amazing. So the joy of a disciple, the joy of discipling. When you say discipling, that puts the famous pi at the dead center, 25. 5 times 5, flanked in 15. Beautiful. That's amazing. So this equals a famous word, life, by the way. 32. Very obvious. The correlation too between dis and life. Life at the front of a disciple parallels joy perfectly. And then let's see. So if you talk about disciples, that's going to be joy plus 51 points. Okay, there's a lot to see there, but we've seen the obvious. This the joy right at the front. We might have to go on an English word tear on DISs now that we're seeing the joy in all this. And then the 5s there. Lots to study.